Welcome to our introduction to min-max pricing for inventory items within Microsoft Dynamics GP. Many GP customers often report frustration that salespeople are able to sell items sometimes below the cost of the items. And we thought that it might be a really good idea to be able to specify the minimum price that could be entered on a sales entry window. So as you know, if we're entering a sales order, your salesperson's coming into sales transaction entry. They're putting together an order for a particular customer, and they say, okay, I'm going to select this customer, and we're going to sell them this particular item, 128 SD-RAM, and they're going to tab off of that. They're selling, let's say, 10 of them. And they decide to sell them for $1. So as you know, there's nothing in GP that stops a salesperson from doing that. And the cost is definitely more than $1. And we don't want our salespeople selling for things that cause us to have losses. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this real quick. Let's see what we can do about that. So one of the things we can do, we can import from a CSV file, item min-max pricing. We also can specify customer-specific item pricing limits. So on the import customer item min-max, we have the ability to restrict that item for a particular customer as well. So first, we're just going to look at the overall item level, item min-max. And let's say we say, okay, we don't want this product being sold for less than $100. We're not going to put a maximum, but maybe we do. Maybe it's, some maximum price. I don't think anybody really cares if it's too high, but the min price is definitely something that we want to enforce. So now that we've set that up with that item, when we come into sales transaction entry and we do that order again, we'll select, and this is for all customers right now. We're going to come in and we're going to select that 128. And we'll put in 20 this time. And if we try to put in $1, when we tab off of it, we're going to get a warning that says price must be between 100 and 999. So now we know, okay, this needs to be 100. Because I want to get the best deal I can for my customer as the salesperson. And then it lets me go ahead and save that particular order if I put it into a batch. But at least I can come off of that record, and I'm now able to do that. If I put in 99, as soon as I try to tab off the record, it's going to say, nope, can't do that. What do you want it to be? So we have that ability to control there at that level. Oh, and I do have to fix it first. And delete. Okay, so you might say, well, I have differing minimum prices that I want to enforce for these items, and I might have a different minimum price for one customer versus another. So what we can do at that point is we can go ahead and look at the customer record. If I select Aaron Fitz and then I go to additional, we'll see that we have a customer item min-max area, and we can add to this. So if I say, okay, for that particular item, that 128 SD-RAM, I'm going to say this customer can actually go down to $99 or to $90 instead of $100, right? And so I could still have, some large number there. Close that, and you'll notice now that I can see all of the customer item specific pricing here. And I can restrict if I have too many records there and I'm looking for one. I can restrict it, so I can say, okay, are there any of these? No, there's none of those. But if I go back to the one that we entered here, you can see that it finds that particular customer item min-max price. We save that. And now if we come into that transaction again, and we select that customer, we can go, oops, if I click on the right thing, select Aaron Fitz. And if we select that item again, and if I put in 45, try tabbing, price is going to need to be between 90 and that. Right, so now I know, okay, this customer, I'm able to go down to a minimum of 90, and that's allowed by the system since that's the minimum price for this customer and that item combination. Let's save it. Oh, except I don't have a batch. But I'm just going to delete it anyway. So we'll just delete that. Now, you don't have to set those up manually. We do have a CSV file. So if you want to import in a CSV file, perhaps update existing items, when we're doing those imports, we can either import the item for all customers, or we can enter customer item exceptions from the regular item min price. This has been an introduction to min-max pricing for Microsoft Dynamics GP.